Hey everybody, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program to Infinity and Beyond. We are going to be building some space planes today. We'll see how this goes. It didn't go that well when I did it before, but hopefully it goes better now. So, we're just going to basically start with our same normal style. I'm not even sure what's going to change, to be honest with you, compared to the space planes we used to build. Thank you, game. I know that these are flammable. That's actually a nice touch. I sort of like that. And then we're going to get a little bit crazy here. We have swept wings, which we have never used before. But I think it could make for an interesting kind of design. So let's put on symmetry. We'll snap it to angles. And then we'll get maybe some swept wings like that. And I'm thinking maybe, if we're going to get super crazy, maybe a second set of swept wings. Ideally on the same angle as the first ones. Yeah, like that. That looks kind of cool. I don't know if this plane will ever take off. But you know what would help it? Some struts. Okay. So we have struts. Now let's basically finish our plane here, I guess. We'll add the control elevators, which should be... I thought I just saw them a second ago. There we go. Can we attach these to the swept wings? Sort of. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Get rid of this whole apparatus right here. Let's make it just a little bit crazier, because of course I think that's what I've been lacking so far. And we'll add two of these wing connectors. Like this... and then we can add the swept... actually, let's do two wing connectors, because it's not crazy enough yet. Make sure we snap it to angles here. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. That snap to angles tip that you guys gave me in the comments is fantastic, by the way. Really helped me to make airplanes that are not absolutely ridiculous. He says, as he builds an airplane that is admittedly absolutely ridiculous. Where's our delta wing? Has that disappeared? It's a tail fin. We don't necessarily want to use that. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is very similar to a design that I've used before. I can't remember how it worked out for me. I'm going to hazard a guess and say bad. That looks okay, though. We definitely have a large enough surface to attach our standard control surfaces to now. So if we rotate these with Q, E, W, A, S, and D, should be able to get something. Yeah, this is more along the lines of what I want here. Like that. And then stop rotating when I try to attach you, please. Oh, man. Every single time. Let's scrap this and try again. Shouldn't... Oh, sort of got it. I don't want rudders. I want flaps. Maybe we can attach them to the wings more easily. Why is this so difficult? I guess it is like a thin kind of margin for error that we're dealing with here. That is the wrong way to rotate it. That's the right way to rotate it. Perfect. Who would have thought? We'll just use the D key on there. Now, to me, this looks like a wonderful plane. However, you know, I kind of feel like I want the flaps to be at the outside and the engines to be on the inside. Otherwise, like, if we put our engines here, which I'll try. Let's just, like, take a jet fuselage and put them under our flaps here. I'm pretty sure the flaps won't function. Which is obviously not what I want. Also, it'd be helpful if my engines didn't, like, snap through the actual airplane. Like this, I'm pretty sure the flaps won't be able to come down. Or if they do, they'll just get burned by my jet engines, which seems like a pretty bad idea. But let's give it a try anyway. So attach some jet engines here. We can always do some EVAs if we have to. Suppose we might as well attach a jet engine here as well. If we can. I suppose we can't for one reason or another. That's okay. We definitely want to have an air intake as well. Oh man, there's new solid fuel boosters. How did I miss those? Well, we'll check on that next time we go back to rockets, which who knows how long that'll be. Could be one episode if these space planes don't work out so well. This looks like a good plane to me. But as people have pointed out, I have no idea what makes a plane good or awful. So we do need some kind of like tail connector. Always forget where those are kept. Yeah, right here. Which will also not fit, apparently. Maybe it's because of the, that's obviously not, it's perfect, nailed it. Maybe it's because of the flaps are actually causing this problem. I don't know. I don't really want to mess around with the flaps and move them. Although I would love for them to be on the outside as opposed to the inside. I don't really want to mess around with the flaps and move them, and then he immediately moves them to the side. Okay, well, we gotta try, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Right? some symmetry would be nice here, but at least we've got one down. So let's click the symmetry tool. Get ready to pop these down. That didn't work. Why is this so difficult every single time? I just want to plant. Perfect. Wow, this might actually be the best setup I've had. I don't know. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that it's going to fly anywhere, but it's a start at least. So we need some landing gear, and we always want the landing gear at the front to be lower than the landing gear at the back. Okay, so we can put our landing gear like here. Yeah, just horizontal on the wings. That's perfect. Like that, I'm thinking. Hopefully our jet engines don't drag along the ground. Looks like they will. That's awesome. And we'll put a small gear bay up here at the front as well with nose symmetry. Pretty sure the jets are going to drag along the ground. Hopefully that doesn't factor into things. Let's tag this jet as pretty sure the jets ... Mark 1. I think that goes without saying though. So we'll see how this works. Yeah, jets immediately on the ground. Landing gear not, which creates a problem for me. So let's throttle up here. I don't see how this could possibly go wrong, to be honest with you, as we throttle up here. Let the engines take the brunt of the force. Here we go. Yeah, so far so good. Well, Jebediah, the bravest man on Earth, still lives. Ladies and gentlemen, he's walking away from the crash. Sort of, hobbling, mostly. Turn on your jetpack, fly away. Don't let these people see you cry, Jebediah. That was a horrible flight. That's what I get for saying, this might be the best plane I've ever designed. What if we put the landing gear on the engines? But that's going to make us face down, which I don't want to do. This is the problem I struggle with eternally. Is like, okay, I want the plane to be facing up, but I also like don't want the engines to be touching the ground. So I think what I can do perhaps is maybe put... People are probably screaming at me right now, like, what are you doing? Maybe put like a jet fuselage right here. Just pretend it's a machine gun, a la Top Gun or something. If we come up under, yeah, pop it like right here. And then put our landing gear, small gear bay, oh, that's not it, here. Like on the bottom of this. And this will just give us more jet fuel as well, which is of course useful. Not that fuel's ever been the principal problem with this. And more here as well. Like this, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. Let's save it. We'll try it. Landing gear on the back looks a little asymmetrical. That worries me. Oh my god. There we go. That's the angle I was looking for. Maybe not so pronounced. I think I just have way too much weight on the back. So let's get ready here. We're throttling up. SAS on. So let's not be... Oh, yeah. Good start. Okay. Well, at least Jebediah is fine. Here we go. Taking off. Alright. End flight. What is the issue here? Like, what can I do about this? As people scream into the camera. I could make this space plane just longer. For example, I have some structural fuselages here. And then have like landing gear at the back in a very similar fashion, but I want to move the wings back as well. I guess I can do that. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Should have symmetry on again, so I don't have to go through all this nonsense again. And then we might want to add some extra wings just for aerodynamic sake. But for now, this might actually prove useful. So let's reattach our jets here close to the middle. Maybe like that is okay. And then attach some turbojet engines to the back. Always sounds silly when I say turbojet, but apparently it's a real thing. And clearly I am not one to lecture the creators of the game on anything to do with aerodynamics. It's like that. And then we'll put the landing gear on the back here. Like so. Well, maybe we should zoom in a little bit so we make sure that this goes as well as possible. Like so. And we still have way too much weight on the back. So I think we're just going to fall down. I think I just exacerbated the existing problem. Put like some delta wing right here. Yeah, that looks baller. I don't know how it's gonna fly, but it looks badass. And if we need more weight on the front, we need more weight on the front. Whatever. We'll see. Again, don't hold out a lot of hope. This actually looks not horrible. Let's turn SAS off and just start throttling up here. Maybe we stand a chance of actually getting off the runway. Don't turn. That's a big problem. Just don't turn. Throttle up to max. Oh my god, I think this is gonna work. SAS off. Get off the ground. Get off the ground. Plane's too heavy. Oh, we're gonna go off the runway. Oh, we made it! We made it. Wow. And now we're just gonna try to keep it reasonably steady as we go up here. I can't believe it. This ridiculous design has actually sort of worked. Sort of. Certainly not the kind of takeoff angle you would want if you were flying. It seems a little harrowing. A lot of moving parts on this ship, but I definitely think we're at least gonna survive for a little bit. I mean, we're not gonna survive forever. That would be crazy. But our plane is up in the air and flying, which is something that before this run I would have thought to be a little crazy. Oh god, we're gonna stall. Just keep climbing like this. This is okay. I feel like I need more power on this space plane. Like, it's not strong enough to get to space, really. Or maybe it's flying up, or it's strong enough to fly to the next continent or something. We have a ton of fuel. I need to reach cruising altitude first, though. People on the plane are just crapping their pants right now. Oh my god! I can't believe we lived longer than everybody else who's ever flown on this airline. Just keep it up. Just mad tweets in the back right now. Jebediah is loving it. I don't blame him. I'm pretty pleased with this as well. If only I could give this a little bit more power, because we're climbing so slowly. And also, like, rocking back side to side constantly, which worries me a little bit. We might actually get into space. Call me crazy, but we might actually be able to get to a situation where we can put this thing into orbit. The thing I worry about is that, like, at a certain point our jet engines require oxygen, right? And oxygen becomes thinner the higher up you get in the atmosphere. But hopefully we're able to make that without too many problems. Maybe we need like a liquid fuel engine for the second phase or something, because I'm pretty confident that basic jet engines are not capable of surviving in space for too long. But as is right now, this is definitely one of the best flights I've ever done, which again took me by unbelievable surprise. Looks like air's, you can see like my exhaust is not as, oh, we're plummeting back down to Earth. Here it comes. Alright, so let's just try to like take a turn maybe. I played a lot of flight sims in my day. I know how to turn in an airplane. Apparently not. Just bank and then use the flaps. Use the flaps, Luke. And maybe we'll actually be able to take this bad boy in. You know, we're just gonna fly over the bay here. Land Microsoft Flight Simulator 10 style in some other Caribbean island. Oh man, okay. Things are starting to get a little hectic here. Don't worry, we have everything under control, but seriously, please buckle your seatbelts, and you're probably gonna die. I just want to turn back towards the place that I know and love. There we go. That's definitely a controlled turn right there. Yep, here we go. So far, so good. Maybe, this wasn't the best idea. We're all familiar with the Northern Line spaceplane roll. Just embrace it, man. Like I said, if we just become a torpedo and like drill ourselves down, maybe we can survive. So let's throttle all the way down. And that actually kind of took us out of that tailspin. Jebediah, save yourself. Jetpack on. Save yourself. Oh man, he might actually live. I don't know, he's plummeting pretty quickly. Jetpacks are not designed for use on Earth. Pretty sure the dude is just gonna die here, but enjoy the last few minutes of your life. What's he falling? He's falling at like 1 Mississippi, like 200 feet per second. That's pretty fast. to just be hitting the water like this. But I think he might make it. He's persevered from harder than this. Jebediah? Jebediah? Whoa! I thought I heard him pop out of the water there, and that might have just been the rest of my plane crashing out. Yeah, it was. Alright, well, in any case, let's see what happens at the end here. Jebediah splashed down hard and was destroyed. Jebediah was killed. Okay. Well, that went interestingly, if nothing else. I think that plane design was pretty good, but I need something to take me higher, as Scott Stapp from Creed would say. Maybe like a liquid fuel engine on the back here, so that when, you know, we run out of oxygen as we climb, if that is indeed our principal problem, then I can continue to climb after that. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.